Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. The action has already started. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Giving the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
A very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Goes for the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Milan are looking to go forward now. Probing pass. Well, that is not the best ball. And he shoots! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Massaro really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Insigne. Oh, nice touch. And this is Batista. There's the shot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
And it's Nakata. Nakata going face-to-face with his great rival. He's on it, can he get away? He's having a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Now it's Insigne. That's a throw. He intercepts the throw. That's well read. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Oh, that is a good ball to find him. He won't be happy with that one. Searching pass he's played there. Davids. That's a good foot in there. Now it's Martinez. Pirlo is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And here's Batistuta. Batistuta! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Insigne. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Insigne. He's got away. Insigne delivers. No, that's not going to find its target. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's a sharp little ball here. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, they've got it again. Aims beyond the defence. Takes a shot! And yes, it's there! 2 up now, and they are cruising. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Massaro. Oh, look at the shapes to shoot! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Massaro really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Milan finding their passes. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's Davids. Foot in. Cafu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Looking to play him in. Massaro. Now this could be a chance. Now it's Maldini. Davids. He's gone for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this could be the final action of the first half. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And the half-time whistle goes. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Milan are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. And we are already promptly back underway. Real chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
A case now of complete control. Bastoni is there to clear. Dovbyk has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Massaro, and it's Nakata. Now it's Martinez. And Martinez! And the keeper read that really well.
Martinez clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Can he latch on to this? Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Oh, he's been flattened there. Corner number 3 coming up. Here comes the cross. Bastoni gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. This looks promising. Kaka. Defending was strong and firm. And it's made its way to him.
Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Goes for a shot! It's in! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Inter Milan choosing to make the first change. It's become a case of men against boys. And that has not gone well. Costa Curta. Now it's Kaka. Nakata. Davids. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. In with the challenge. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Shevchenko. Davids. Zanetti.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Nedved. Here's Nakata. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Shevchenko really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It's a good foot in there. Now it's Martinez. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And the finish! It's there! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Still trying to make a game of this. Zanetti delivery, he gets big! Oh, he got himself into a great position. Knocks it into space. Pirlo. Tries to play it through. Thuram looking to run onto it. Chance! Goal! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
The moans and groans are predictable. He felt compelled to try.
Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. And he's whipped it across. Cleared away. Just 5 minutes left. He's away! Del Piero. Davids. Barella, Ricci, keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, it's come off the upright.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Barella, can he get it through? He's shifting through the gears here. Nedved, and they can counter here. Great vision, and the through ball. And this is Del Piero. Shot could be on. And the referee brings it to a close. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Milan really deserve a lot of credit for what I'm sure would be a real
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly.
Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
It's come to nothing.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And this is Bale. Oh, well played. Rijkaard. Guardiola. De Bruyne. Rijkaard. And it's Beckham. Milan finding their passes. And the shot! It's hit the upright. Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Ronaldo at his razor-sharp best there.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Goes down, but nothing given. No, that's been intercepted. Cannavaro. That's a little off target. Now it's Bale. It's Bale! Oh, how's that for a goal? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all too...
Can he finish? It's in! And they are dragging it back! Game on again!
Gol per l'Inter. Ha segnato al
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Foot in. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Guardiola. That has been slung wide. Martinelli. It's a pretty loose pass. Beckham. A probing pass. Spread neatly. Bale. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Timber. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Shoots! We've got a goal! They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest...
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Beckham. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, this is certainly not boring. What a great game we've got here. Threads one in. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's had a shot! De Bruyne. That has not gone well. Guardiola. Rijkaard. Now it's Batistuta. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Albert Ferrer. De Bruyne. And this is Batistuta. Gives it back.
Just too much pressure.
He's having a shot! Goal! Inter! And the comeback is complete! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And yes, it's him again. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And he's lost his man here. Chance for a shot! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Timber. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Rijkaard. Bale. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And we hit half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. There's the whistle then to start the second half. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Pinches it off him. Milan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Great vision. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And Batistuta! He's delivered all right!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Batistuta. Beckham. Messi. Now it's Batistuta. Played out to the left flank. Looking to play him in. Lovely passing, lovely chance, surely! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Milan can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
And that is a little undercooked. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an Bale! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
That has ended up in no man's land. Well, nicely intercepted. That's really well manoeuvred. A real chance to break. And this is Messi. Bale. Great ball, and can he finish? Oh, it's gone in! Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And now he has two.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 9. Numero 22.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now it's Messi. Oh, shooting chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Who saw this coming? Milan have come back from the very brink. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Great defending, strong and determined. And he's intervened well there. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Now that's well seen too. Massaro. Timber calmly anticipates. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Bale.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Now it's Martinelli. Van Bouten wins the duel this time. Deftly away. Now it's Nakata. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Timber gets across to intercept that. Nakata. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's been played through. He's got away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And here's Messi. Nakata crosses. Now it's Thuram. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Searching pass is played there. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Marmouche is, of course, well known for his dancing feet.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And the pass is intercepted. Van Nistelrooy. And it's Nakata. So that's it. It is all over. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history.
We have already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to...
And a shot!
That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Davids opts for safety. Thuram, not the most accurate pass. Now it's Messi. Massaro, shot a goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Massaro actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Eintracht Frankfurt are looking to go forward now. Off the post! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Eintracht Frankfurt are already chasing the game. They didn't... It goes for a shot! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still...
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, that's a key interception. Cleared without hesitation. Maldini. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Zanetti, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's picked out the run. He has found the way through. He's found some space. Shoots! Into the lead once more. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Milan get themselves into the lead. Bellingham. Rijkaard. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Davids. Bellingham. That's a little off target. Luis Suarez. Now that looks a decent ball. Crosses it. Oh, smashing! Oh, crossbar! Massaro. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Davids. Yaya Toure. Plays a sharp little ball here. Bellingham. Rijkaard. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Messi. Big chance! No mistake! And they're at it again in double quick time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Milan take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Yaya Toure. And the pass is intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Bale. He's through, now is he in? There's the shot! Gareth glittering Bale! He's got himself an absolute peach. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Milan blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Davids. And it's Yaya Toure. Rijkaard. Can he get it through? Beckham. Nicely weighted ball. He's had it taken off him. Looking for the run. Short changes him with that pass. And it's Bellingham. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that is going to be the final action of the first half.
Milan are looking as solid as I've seen for some time. All departments are working strongly, and this can do their confidence a whole power of good.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And the action is back on the way. Bellingham. Beckham. And that has left him in a heap. Rijkaard. Now it's Luis Suarez. Spread out to the left. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now then, the ball's come loose. That's a lovely, neat pass. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Played into space. Ferdinand spots it and intercepts. Davids. Rijkaard. Eintracht Frankfurt looking to pass their way through. Great ball! Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ferdinand. Now Yaya Toure. And it's Bellingham. Rijkaard. And it's Lahm. And here's Bellingham.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, important interception. Beckham.
Bale has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Almost an hour gone. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Bale. And it's made its way to him. He's picked his way through. Now that's a fine challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well read, nice interception. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Messi. Eintracht Frankfurt needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Bale receives it in a good... And the shot! Yes! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Milan are having a ball here. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. This looks promising.
That was lovely, that.
He's found a way through. Oh, well played, well played. Maldini with the clearance. Knocks it into space. Piqué cuts it out. Zanetti. To Beckham. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. It'll be a throw-in.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 28, viene sostituito con il numero 22.
And here's Kaka, and it's Maldini. Nakata. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Bale. Gattuso. Yaya Toure. Eintracht Frankfurt finding their passes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. No, that's been intercepted. Tries to play it through. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now, can they get him away? Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Looking for options for movement. Zanetti. That is a crunching tackle. Rijkaard. Lahm kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Beckham. Maldini calmly anticipates. Rijkaard. Kaka. That's a good ball.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Beckham, and that interception was
most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the referee brings it to a close. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Bale taking in the accolades, having been named...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So off we go then. Oliver Kahn, a huge man with a huge presence and a big voice in the game.
And big in intensity too, such a fierce competitor. put a foot wrong and he'll be sure to let you know about it.
Well, he just commands respect, doesn't he? Respect of everyone, teammate and opponent alike.
Yeah, and he'll be setting the highest of standards out there, and he expects them to be met. No rest for that defence.
Nicely shaped ball. And that was very necessary. And here's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. He can get that clear. And it's Tavares. And it's played into the middle. And that has been knocked clear. That pass has been well intercepted.
This is the time you need that pace.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nuno Tavares. Rijkaard. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Beckham. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Koundé, searching pass he's played there. Ronaldo looking to get on the end of this. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. And he cuts out the supply. Nuno Tavares. Spread it left. Back into the middle. Shot a goal! It's there! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And this is Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's had it taken off him. Throw in.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Great vision. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. Dembele's cross. Piqué attempts a clearance. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. And it's Dembele. De Bruyne. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. And he's had a hit! Just too much. Fractions.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and it wasn't far away at all.
It's a pretty loose pass. Threads one in. And this is Ronaldo. Great chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Maldini with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. He is through here. Cristiano Ronaldo. Zanetti. Rice gets a foot in here. Rice defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's in on goal. Saliba is there to clear. Nice looking ball, neatly clipped into space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That's really well cleared. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. Gets a good foot in there. Piqué gets it clear. And that has put paid to that. Rice. De Bruyne unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Has a look and plays it forward. De Bruyne. Looking to play him in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Looking tidy in possession here. And he's cut it out. Bale. So what can they make of this? Oh, a delicate chip through.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Mbappe.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Zanetti. Milan still this single goal behind. And he's managed to get free. Zanetti, chance! And yes, it's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Rijkaard. Done delicately. Rice is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Played into space. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's gone for a throw-in.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 28. Viene sostituito con il numero 22.
Bale. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Nuno Tavares. Aimed beyond the defence. Dembele's delivery. Terrific header! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Rice. 75 minutes played. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Sostituzione per il Milan, numero 79, Cristiano Ronaldo. Lascia il campo per il
It's a
numero
good spell of
17,
possession, this.
Van Nistelrooy.
Messi.
Attenzione.
Big chance! Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
He's had a shot! That is special! Gareth Bale! A finish right from the top draw! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Rijkaard. And this is Ronaldo. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
In with the challenge. DiMarco. Oh, it's Dembele.
Ci saranno 3
Mbappé.
minuti di recupero.
Maldini calmly anticipates. And the number on the board is 3. And it's Rooney. And he's intervened well there. Rijkaard. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Dembele might just make this. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Bale claiming the man of the match award. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Peter. It's his pace that's his main attribute, especially over those first few yards, where he just seems to glide away from defenders, gets himself into great positions, and likes to hit it hard and nice and early. That's a horrible combination for any defence that's trying to deal with him, I can tell you that.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Oh, perfectly measured that. He is through here. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. And they're quick to get it back. It's a searching pass. And he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Messi. Ødegaard. Edmilson. Nicely weighted ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi. Bellingham does well to get it back. Back into the middle. Oh, this looks sharp. Messi.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Great ball if he can get there. He's shifting through the gears here. Van Bouten gets rid without sophistication. No lack of adventure up to now, just no breakthrough. Oh, that's nice. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now, that's a lovely exchange. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Massaro. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's an imaginative pass. Bale looking to get on the end of this.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Massaro, Bale, Donnarumma claims comfortable.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Out towards the flank. Zanetti, oh, smashing header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And that's played in low. And he's heaved it away. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Bellingham does really well to win the ball there. Beckham. And it's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. Messi. Ødegaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ødegaard. Ødegaard showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Doué is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Maldini has a look and plays it forward. Messi. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Ødegaard. And Edmilson. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Massaro really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Forlan. Nicely shaped ball. And no, that was never going to make it. And the first 45 minutes are up. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Oh, that's a key interception. Doué. Edmilson. Strong running down that left flank. Bale.
There they go, hunting again.
No foul, says the referee. Now he's off and running.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Messi. And it's Doué. Oh, that's clever. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Good effort from distance. It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Beckham. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Edmilson. Now it's Aubameyang. And it's Ødegaard. That's good vision. And he's cut it out. And here's the chance to counter. And he's intervened well there. Great vision. And this is Bale. And he's all big chance! And he's quick to get it clear again.
Bale really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11.
It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go.
79. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, the ball's come loose here. That's a sharp pass. He's through here. He's in a good position here. Messi looking to be a menace in the final third. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. No, that's been intercepted. Ødegaard. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Roberto Carlos. Messi. Beckham. Oh, that looks a decent ball. That is good alertness. Referee's given a throw.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 28. Numero 20. Bale. Lasciano il campo per il numero 22. Il numero 17. Van Nistelrooy.
Messi. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Edmilson has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. That's really well cleared. Knocks it into space. Oh, super ball. And the finish! They've scored! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Look at the chance! And that would have won it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Quick look, then plays it in. Utrecht are looking to go forward now. Threads one in, spread neatly.
Utrecht really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No, again there's no way through.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Looking for options for movement. Cross from Maldini. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Tries to play it through. And this is Messi. He's away. And that is that. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Cristiano Ronaldo. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
That's an errant pass. Van Bouten gets rid without sophistication. Out towards the flank. Bale. And he lines up a cross.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Rijkaard. Messi. Bellingham. Can he get it through? Ronaldo looking to get on the end of this. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Ball's gone out of play. Van Bouten. That is ended up in no man's land. Nicely aimed pass. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Mateus. Nice looking ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Maldini. And it's Gullit. Drogba receives it in a good position here. Beckham.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And this is Ronaldo. Maldini defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Piqué calmly anticipates.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Nedved. Knocks it into space. Van Bouten cuts it out. That's really well manoeuvred. Shapes to shoot! That is delicious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Borussia Dortmund have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now it's Messi. Beckham. Milan finding their passes.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
It's played through for him. Maldini crosses it in. Van Bouten clears. He shifted it to the flank. Crossed it again. Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bellingham. He's well positioned here. Cristiano Ronaldo tries to get it clear. This might spell... And the finish! It's a goal! And the lead lasts no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Per il Milan.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Fase.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner, they're first. And it's Maldini.
It's an early cross.
Cleared without hesitation.
Milan are looking to go forward now. Gets a good foot in there.
Maldini.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Serves up a cross. Bellingham.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Mateus. Adriano might just make this.
Indica 2 minuti di
Zanetti.
recupero.
And here's Bale. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Rijkaard.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that's fabulous.
Oh, good-looking ball.
And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Milan really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Bale. No, it's come to nothing. And that's gone loose. Bellingham. Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played out wide. Maldini. And he goes cross-field. Bale. Opts for safety. Van Bouten gets across to intercept that. And it's Drogba.
In with the challenge.
That's going to go a long way. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
And claimed it back swiftly. That's good vision. And this is Adriano. That's an excellent interception. Bale. Nice interception, well timed.
Danger averted for now.
80.953 spettatori.
Vicious ball here. And no, that was never going to make it. Bale. Well read, nice interception. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Keeper's dealt with that. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. Maldini cuts out the pass. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Nesta gets over and intercepts. Goes looking wide, played back in. And the shot! Andrei Shevchenko! Formidable! Truly formidable! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Into the lead once more. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Borussia Dortmund get themselves into the lead. Long ball upfield. Bellingham. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bellingham! Oh, he couldn't quite make it.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Nedved. Bale. And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Bergkamp. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that has been clubbed away. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Numero 28. Viene sostituito con il numero 22.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nedved. Pass is just off target. Messi. Into the last 5 minutes. Now it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Nedved gets into some space.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Now it's Bergkamp. Oh, he's found support out wide. Punched away. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Now it's Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball. A heavy challenge. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Milan just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Fase.